Mind me, I'm cooking right now. They keep copyrighting all my videos, but it's all good. Let's pause it real quick. I'm doing a reaction video on Andrew Tate. You guys gotta work with me. You know, I plan on being here for a long time and working with you guys. We're gonna grow together. Probably gonna make a new channel. But right now I'm cooking. I'll let you see real quick. You see? Cooking I'm cooking a cheeseburger. Got some fries. We're gonna do this over here. When you single, you can do stuff like that. And you can also make some videos. Alright guys. Andrew Tate reaction video. Let's go.
I guarantee you every single thing you write down on that piece of paper is going to. One of the questions I get from a lot of people is like, well, like I have I have a nephew, I have a brother, I have a father who's matrix-minded. How do I save these people? What would you say? How do we save them? Well, the easiest way is by example. The easiest way is just to win so ruthlessly that they're forced to accept the brutal reality of their inferiority. So the easiest way to do it, and often, especially if they're an older brother or a father or someone who has authority over you, the only way to do it is to just surpass them and say, listen, you didn't believe a year ago. You may not believe now. Let's talk in a year. Do you believe yet? Do you believe yet? The day they need to borrow money, they'll believe. And that's how it works. So often, because it's amazing how people block their mind out to other ideas, because it's very important for people at home to understand that. I said this many times before, that there's only 3 reasons why you're not rich. I stick by this.
Let them know, Andrew Tate.
Can be rich, and if you're not rich, there's one of 3 reasons. You're either lazy, you're arrogant, or you're stupid. Now, most people think it's stupid. Most people go, everyone's stupid. I would argue that only 5% of people are too stupid to get rich. There's a whole lot of stupid people with money. Yes. You don't have to be smart to make money. You could have a mid-wit IQ.
I think we know that.
You could follow instructions, you can make money. Stupid is very rare. People are not stupid for one of 2 things. They're either lazy or they're arrogant. So if I had a Ferrari and a map, and it led all the way to on the end of a rainbow with gold and a leprechaun, and I gave 3 people the Ferrari, with the stupid one wouldn't know how to drive. Right? The stupid one would be like, I can't drive this car, I don't know how. But that's rare. What you actually have is lazy and arrogant. The other guy, the lazy guy, would say, it's so far, why is this so far away? And I'd say, look, I built you a Ferrari. It doesn't get easier than this. It's the best it's ever going to be. There's no other better vehicle on the planet. We have no competition, and we guarantee you gold at the end of the rainbow. Yeah, but it's a long drive. Well, then do you want it or not? Well, I want gold. I just want it now. Well, you can't have it now, but you can have it in a few weeks if you start driving now. And
Earn
you
it.
can't have it now. The best time to start is now, so you have it as soon as possible.
Exactly. That's why I'm making videos now.
So you have lazy people, and then you have arrogant people. And I would actually say 5% of people are too stupid. Only 15% of people are too lazy. If you tell the average person, do this, you make money. I'm telling you now, if I had a handle, turn, money came, and you put someone there, most people would just stand there all day and go, fuck it, all day. Just staring at the wall, all day, money, money, all day. They're not too stupid to use the handle, and they're not too lazy to turn it. Most people, 80% of people who aren't rich are arrogant. 80% of people, when you try and tell them what to do, they don't want to listen. When you say, here's a Ferrari, here's the map, the gold's at the end, you know I'm not lying because I have lots of gold, and I have lots of Ferraris, and I'm rich, and you listen to me because you know who I am, so here, go. Yeah, I don't like that, Bruce. I don't want a red Ferrari. Yeah. You're a nobody. Drive. No, I don't want a red Ferrari. I've always wanted a yellow one. And why are you taking the I-95? Don't like that road? Nah, not for me. I'll work it out myself. And they walk off. This is a forest. And they stay poor forever. And my goals, my map, and my Rari. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? We talk about arrogance and laziness, the reason people aren't rich. If they accept what you're saying is true, then action is required. Which is why a lot of people pretend things, simply to try and mask. They're deeply offended by the idea of having to do work. But they're sitting there saying, I don't want to act, so I'll pretend that's not true. And that's not just...
I want to say something about that. For some reason, poor people, have this notion that being poor is noble. So they'll never put in the grind, the risk. They'll never put themselves out there, and they'll live with this idea that's been passed on for generations to generations to generations. It'll be 2045. And right now, if you was to stop doing what you're doing and to start doing something today, even making videos, your life would change drastically in the next 5 to 10 years. But you gotta want it. You can't think you're gonna wake up in the morning, it's just gonna be given to you. You gotta literally want it. You gotta wanna not sleep out in the cold. You gotta wanna not ask your family for money. You gotta wanna raise your kids and put them in some of the best schools. You gotta want these things. And if you don't want it, then I'll take it. Alright, back to Andrew Tate. Like and subscribe for more videos. Hopefully they don't copyright this one. They keep doing that, but I'm new. We're gonna get it though.
Just with money. That's political also. I don't want to have to sit there and do those calls to make money, so I'll pretend that I would make money if I did it. That is the
Well, you can hear my cheeseburger cooker.
It's a degree of cowardice. It's a form of cowardice. Yeah. Luke and I grew up poor, and now we're rich. And he says to me, you know, poor people are poor for a reason. And I'm like, I know. He goes, because when I try and talk to poor people, they reply arrogantly like they know things. They won't take the Ferrari. They won't take the math. They tell me that they know better and they're going to do it their way, and that their friend has this idea, and that they want to go do this. And they all just stay poor forever. These idiots are too arrogant and get rich. Guys, if you're not arrogant, and you're not lazy, and you're not stupid, all you have to do is follow instructions. You don't even have to think. They said do this, I will do this. They said be here for this call, I will be there for this call.
Show up, shut up, and keep up.
They said watch this video, I'll watch this video. If you just listen, you win. I became a kickboxing world champion by listening. I didn't think.
I'm gonna say that again. Show up, shut up, and keep up. You know, a lot of people can't do that. So they'll choose poverty over insane wealth that you can pass on to your great-great-grandchildren. You know, money's not everything, but hey, without it, whoo, I'd be in the cold right now. Or at somebody's house driving them crazy because I overstayed my welcome. Come on, let us know, Andrew Tate, a little bit more.
A little bit. Do this, yes sir. Do it that way, yes sir. Stop doing this, do that, yes sir. Yes, I made my way to the very, very top with one word. Yes. And you have all these brookies and arrogant people who have achieved nothing from all these words to say. And I'm like, where the fuck did you get these words? Why are you talking? We have no authority here. You just listen to Amir. Well, that's actually a very good question. And the reason I listen to Amir is because my first ever day in Storm, and when I went there, it wasn't a commercial fight. Hey, Austin. I turned up, and he said, can you fight? I was like 18. I'm like, yeah. And I got knocked out cold. And when I woke up, I thought, okay, I can't fight like I thought. And I guess he expected to never see me again, but there I was the next day, walking in with my bag going, let's go again, round 2, because that's who I am.
Exactly.
And I believed in him because he proved his competence. There is a lot of excuses for laziness. There's a lot of them. And what people will often do, I see this a lot, people come to me, and they pretend to be confused about things to try and justify their inaction. So I'll say, jump on one leg and spin in a circle, and you begin to make money. And instead of jumping on one leg and spinning in a circle, they'll sit and say, but, okay, which leg? Like, it doesn't matter. Okay, and what shoes do I wear? It doesn't matter. Okay, and what clothes do I wear? It doesn't matter. Okay, and can I use a trampoline? No. Okay, and how long do I jump for? You are just trying to pretend you're learning to stop yourself from needing to jump. That's what you're doing. I told you what to do. Go do it. If it does,
You gotta understand, most people are not gonna listen. That's that stubborn mentality. They think they know it all. You think they know it all, and they're not willing to learn anything new. You know, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but I disagree with that. But the dog has to want it. You know, the dog has to be inspired. Honestly. You gotta really want it. If you don't want it, somebody else will take it. There's 9 billion people. Somebody else will do it. If you don't want that money, somebody else will live in that estate. You don't want that Ferrari, somebody else will drive that Ferrari. Simple as that.
It doesn't work. Come back to me and we'll talk. And we'll analyze what you may have done right or wrong. But the fact that I told you to do something and now you don't want to admit you're too lazy to do it. So instead of pretending, so you say, I can take from $0 a month, $10,000 a month in a future of people. They will hide their laziness. They'll obscure their laziness behind, I don't want $10,000 a month. I want $1 million. They'll hide it behind their false ambition. Well, if you want $1 million, 10,000 is closer to zero. You know, go. They're not ambitious. They're trying to hide their laziness behind ambition. Actually, they're trying to hide their laziness behind this question.
Gotta put some spinach, buddy. Gotta put some spinach, buddy.
I was like, oh, well, what you should do is make a bunch of money, go work harder, do extra hours in your peasant job, so that you have some money you could afford to lose in a worst case scenario, and then you can buy some Bitcoin and still pay your rent, and then it's win-win. If it goes up, it goes up. If it goes down, it doesn't matter, your rent will pay. Anyway, I saw him a few weeks later. He said, I've been really reading about that Bitcoin. I've been looking into Bitcoin and Treasury and all this shit, blockchain. And he's telling me more about Bitcoin than I know. I've got 1,000 Bitcoin. I don't even know this. I'm like, bro, you spent all those weeks reading instead of to try and pretend you were getting closer to your goal of owning Bitcoin. You still have no Bitcoin because you still have no money. It doesn't matter what you read. You don't know. I don't know what you know. And I have all the Bitcoin. And I don't know what you know. I know enough to know it's a good investment.
For
I'm
real.
not sitting there
For real.
measuring the hash rate like a dickhead. You are, and you have 0.1 Bitcoin. You should have gone to work and just bought some. So he is trying to pretend he's educating you, but he's not, really, truthfully. He's just trying to hide his laziness and obscure laziness behind it.
And one thing about laziness, it eventually comes to the surface like the cream. You know what I mean? For some reason, you got to be self-motivated. You know, you got to wake up in the morning and say, what can I do different today that I didn't do yesterday? And what also can I do today that I did do yesterday and be consistent with it? Consistency, that's the key. You know, waking up every morning, finding something to read that you can learn something different, paying attention to the things around you, but also having your horse blinders on, listening to motivational things like this. Shout out to Andrew Tate. Thank you to subscriber. If you like, subscribe, I appreciate you. I don't make no money off this for right now. We just enjoying life. You want to learn something? We both learning together. Let's go. They don't copyright it because they keep doing that.
Behind this thirst and quest for knowledge. And it's amazing how the world actually kind of works that way. The amount of investments I've made, and I've made so much money on, not because I researched, just because I had money at the time.
Cheeseburger,
I bought like
beautiful.
Dubai real estate, and all the people around me were like, it's going to go down, there's going to be a crash, all this shit. And I was like, but the money's just sitting in my bank, and I don't time. Then the Ukraine war happened, and it all doubled overnight. When no one else was buying because they were researching. I was just getting so rich, I didn't give a fuck. I bought Bitcoin, not caring if it goes to zero. Yeah. Like, income is everything. And there's the amount of people
Visual,
trying to hide
baby.
behind this thirst for knowledge is truly incredible. Shut up. We said jump on one leg. Jump on one leg. Start jumping. You can talk about your footwear afterwards. You can complain later. I want you jumping on one leg. That's how you win. You win through action. The universe is actually a very giving place.
Very giving.
God or the universe or God.
I'll give you an example. I opened up a pepper the other day when I was cooking some spaghetti, and the pepper had like 1 million seeds in it. And I said, look how amazing the universe is giving us this. Now, I didn't plant the seeds in the ground, but it was there for me to plant. You know, the universe continues to give and give and give. It doesn't know nothing else but to give and give and give. But it's up to you to see the beauty in it. You will miss it in your whole life. You'll never get it if you don't get it. So even a pepper is willing to give. The orange that has seeds in it. The universe always wants to give. That's just the way the universe operates. All right, a little bit more. We'll do one more minute, and then we out.
Or whatever you want to call it. You have all these blessings to give out. This is very important. And if you give blessings to everybody, then you give blessings to nobody. Because there's no light without dark. If everybody's a millionaire, then being a millionaire doesn't mean anything. You can't buy anything. So there has to be people who win and people who lose. And karma is sitting there with this huge pot of blessings, and it's going through the cosmic ether, looking for people. Who can I give some of these blessings to? It's walking around going, oh, a big pot of blessings, who deserves it? And it's just looking for someone who gives a shit and tries. Who's going to jump on one leg? Oh, he's jumping on one leg, here's some blessing. Oh, he's jumping on one leg, here's some blessing. You might be surprised. If you jump on one leg, you might be surprised that bitch might text you back. Finally. You'd be surprised what happens when you actually try. It's amazing. It doesn't make sense. You can't put the two together, but for some reason you just start winning. You just start winning in poker and winning in dice and winning women, and you just start winning in life. Like,
very true. TRY, to at least put the effort. When you at least put the effort, things will happen around you. But if you just go to bed and you're depressed all the time, you know, you literally, you know, I heard a saying one time, why do you think a car front windshield is larger than the rear view mirrors? And he said because the front, in front of you is so much more important, seeing the whole front of you versus seeing your past. I'm not saying don't reminisce. That's what meditation's for. You know, sometimes you got to sit and see how far you've became. You got to see how many times you've been saved out here and blessed. If you're breathing right now, you are blessed. You don't even have to have your fingers or your toes. But keep smiling. Keep smiling. Keep encouraging yourself. Keep encouraging those around you. And stay strong. Real talk.
how am I winning in life all of a sudden? That's how the world works. And as they're walking around with this big pot of blessings, they see all these people who go, I want blessings, but they're just sitting on their ass, refusing to do anything. And the universe is not going to give them to you that way. Because if it gave lazy people blessings, then nobody would be blessed, because everybody would be blessed, and there's no light without dark. If I could tell you words that would make you beat me in a fight, training would be pointless. I'm going to beat you because I've trained thousands of hours that you haven't trained, and I'm stronger than you, and I'm faster than you, and I know things you don't. All you can do is get your ass kicked by me until one day you don't get your ass kicked.
That's funny. I was just looking it up with my cousin the other day. Shout out to my cousin. We was looking up the word train. And that one word had about 40 different meanings. Train. Think military, train. Think of a train, choo-choo, a train. You know? So many things is in the word train. But you got to be motivated. You got to want to get up every day. Every night before you go to bed. You got to plan for the next day. You got to see it. Are you laying down in your bed, or you're going to sleep and you're laying down? Start visualizing the next day.
All you can do is jump on one leg. Just work. It's going to be hard, but you'll get to the end. If you're going to sit here and feign the quest for knowledge to try and obscure your laziness, you're just going to continuously get battered and destroyed forever. What you have to do is turn up and get your ass kicked until I can't kick your ass anymore. That's the bottom line. That's the only way to get anywhere in life. Is so important. And you know what's amazing to me is how many people can't sell anything ever. And they don't realize that sales is life.
Which reminds me, this is the last time I cut in. I remember one time I had no money in my pocket and I wanted something to eat. And I remember there was an abandoned apartment. They had got rid of everything. And I went out there. I cleaned off a mirror. My friend cleaned off it was like a toy. We went around the neighborhood and I sold mine for $15. He sold his for $15. We had $30 within 20 minutes. And that's when he realized, boy, this guy could turn trash into cash. You know, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. Look at thrift stores. They're making millions of dollars, turning trash into treasure. You know, it's all how do you see it. You know, you gotta see the, what they say, half empty or half full. You gotta just see it. You know what I mean? You gotta know that you're blessed. You gotta also know that there's so many things around you, like the pepper. The universe wants you to succeed. Your ancestors want you to succeed. If that makes any sense. They don't want you moping and depressed all day. Come on now. I'm gonna end it on this one.
Life is sales. That's what people don't understand. Let's say I'm gonna make this up off the top of my head. You're a mechanic. Somebody comes into your mechanic shop with a car, and the car is broken, and you know how to fix it. It's one screw. And they say, can you fix it? You say, yeah, it's a screw, I'll fix it. That's one answer. Or you can say, yeah, I know what it is. I've seen this before. I'm pretty sure I can fix it quickly for you. We're totally full, but I'm gonna try and fix it now just so you don't have to wait. Now when you fix it quickly, they're like, this mechanic is you need to go to my guy. He's the best. He fixed it so quickly. He knew exactly what it was. He put me ahead of the line. If you say that as opposed to going, yeah, I can fix it, you now have a customer for life. That is sales. Sales isn't making people buy things all the time. Sales is selling your service, selling yourself, selling people, believing in you. It's amazing to me how people go through life and don't talk this way. That's the only way I talk. If I talk to by the end of it, she's in love. I don't even mean to. That's just how I talk. It's an accident. Everything's a sell. But people don't even...
Everything. I'm gonna end it on that. They starting to play music. Everything is sales, guys. Stay humble. Stay blessed. Thank you for liking and subscribing. A lot more coming. We're gonna do a lot more. I love you guys. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. I really do.